Hey everybody, I'm producer Vinny Caravella for Giant Bomb, joined by Drew Scanlon, producer and editor Brad Shoemaker.
Hello.
How you guys doing? You guys recently got to see the Halo Reach beta, and this is what we're looking at here, some footage you guys recorded. What's going on?
So this is generator defense on Overlook? Is that the name of the map?
Yep.
Yeah. So basically, this is a new game mode. We're looking at 4 new game modes, 4 new maps today. 3 generators on the map.
Okay.
Spartans are defending them, while elites are trying to destroy them.
Isn't that always the case?
It always is.
So what the heck was that? You can sprint now?
So the elite that I was playing here was using a dodge move. You can see you've got loadouts. So Halo has gone loadout. Every time you spawn, you pick a loadout, which determines the 2 weapons you start with, but much more importantly, the armor ability. So yeah, so the jetpack, Spartans can sprint now. Elites have that dodge move that you saw.
Did you say they really can sprint?
Yes.
I was just joking before.
Spartans can in fact sprint in this game if you pick that armor ability.
Okay.
Because you only get 1 per spawn. So.
Right. Oh, and there's the recharge in the lower left there. I see.
Yeah. There's a stealth camo, makes it kind of shimmery, invisible. And then there's Armor Lock, which is a Spartan exclusive, which is this weird kind of energy shield that immobilizes you but also makes you invincible for a few seconds. It pops an EMP at the end, so yeah, it's an interesting defensive ability to have.
So kind of just like a personal little bubble shield from Halo 3.
So it seems like the choice of armor ability makes a huge difference in how you play the game. Obviously, you know, with the jetpack, you can get up to crazy heights like this,
and then get hit
and
in the back.
then totally get somebody coming up behind you.
So you mix and match your armor and your weapon, or is it just basically
no? They're all
weapons
presets.
Okay.
You're not unlocking this stuff before the match. You're not customizing the loadouts as far as I know.
Okay.
It's all preset, but it does definitely give you some options.
So Drew, this is a new mode here?
Yeah, this is a new mode. This is Headhunter. So basically, every time you get killed, your skull pops out of your head and falls onto the ground, and then people collect these like that.
Yeah.
And then you have to bring it to one of the capture points on the map, indicated by these white chevrons here. Once you do, the points are immediately banked, and it contributes to your team's score.
Chevrons, that's a fancy word.
Yeah. So you can hold on to more than 1 skull at a time?
Yeah, you can actually collect up to 10, and if you do that, I think you automatically win.
I think you can go over 10, right?
I think if you collect 10, your icon becomes a big star that everyone can see.
Oh, I see.
And
then you're the man with the skulls, huh?
At that point, we are in Skull-Manjaro.
Yes.
I think it's 25 skulls total to win, but like you said, if you drop the 10 in at one time, it's automatic win.
And so when you get killed, your skulls spill out all over the floor for anybody to collect, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. And this
is you'll see a guy die and like 10 skulls will go flying everywhere. It's pretty funny.
And this is a new weapon here. That's like a needler rifle?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it acts pretty much the same way. If you can land enough shots in a guy for them to super combine, he'll explode.
Clearly, I could not pull that off.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
And so now you guys are doing, it looks like Spartan versus Covenant in each of these modes. Are there mixed teams at any point?
This is Spartan on Spartan.
Oh, okay.
The other one was Spartan versus Elite. They don't mix because they're pretty different in the way that they move.
Okay, so that's a pretty big change.
Hitboxes are different. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they were a little different in Halo 3, but this time they were like, you know what, let's make them completely different, have different armor abilities, but in terms of balance, they didn't want to have both of them on the same team.
Gotcha.
It's even down to like the health and shield models. The Spartans have to recharge their health with health packs again, like in the first Halo.
Okay.
Whereas Elites recharge their health automatically. So.
Oh, there must be some kind of trade-off then, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, like he said, the Elites are bigger, so they're easier to hit.
Gotcha.
Stuff like that, and they get some different unique armor abilities.
All right, another mode.
Yeah, this is Stockpile. So there are 5 neutral flags on the map.
Okay.
And 2 capture zones, 1 for each team. So you pick up as many flags as you can and drop them in your capture zone, and then when that timer ticks down every 60 seconds, all the flags that are in that zone get banked to your score.
Interesting. Okay.
If they're not in there, you don't get credit for them. So you can you're trying to get your flags and also prevent the enemy from having flags in their zone at the same time. So you can go over there, pick up their flag, and toss it out of their zone, and then when the timer ticks down, they don't get those flags.
So when you pick up the flag that the enemy was carrying, does it automatically respawn back, or do you have to carry it back?
No, it now becomes your flag.
Oh,
so
really?
They're all neutral flags.
Oh, gotcha.
So I think they're about to score 2 right here. There we go. 3, 2, 1.
No. Oh.
Oh, nice. Oh, very cool.
So yeah, if you can't get there in time, you're letting your team down.
Oh, very cool. So you guys obviously played a bunch of this. Oh, how do you feel about the new class kind of stuff? The new, like, obviously on the right here, you've got your loadouts.
It really changes the gameplay up. I mean, if you're playing a Spartan and you just want to get from A to B, you go sprint.
Right.
And then you just haul
Man,
ass.
sprinting in Halo.
Yeah.
Where's this world coming to?
I know.
I've turned the game on its head.
It really depends on the map too. Like the previous map we saw, the Headhunter mode on is a very vertical map, so you want a jetpack there to kind of get from tier to tier.
Right.
But here, sprint is better. Actually, I found the stealth camo to be really useful on this map. There's a lot of places you can sneak up on people.
So I'm assuming that you can't use these abilities while you're carrying the flag?
Correct.
So no sprinting around with your flag or
jetpacking
jetpacking away? It seems that, but even with the loadout stuff, it really does seem to play like Halo. It's still kind of floaty. It seems very much like you could just jump back into this.
Yeah,
Is that right?
the core of the action is definitely Halo. Absolutely.
So I will still just get cremated as soon as I go online?
And then teabagged, yes.
Yeah.
There's a slew of new matchmaking options, and
It's true. In fact, if you want to play with players who don't teabag,
Really?
you will have that option.
How do they know?
They didn't go into a lot of detail yet, but they're tracking all kinds of data on the ways people play. All the way down to how chatty they are on their headset.
Jeez, really?
How competitive they are. So you can.
So they're monitoring how many times somebody clicks in the stick or something.
I
to dunk on
don't know
somebody
if
else's
I don't know if it's that granular, but they're definitely giving you a lot more control over the types of people you play against.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting.
This is a
Oh, what the heck was that?
Check that out. So if you remember in Halo 3 or any of the other Halos, if you walk up to somebody and melee them from behind, it's an instant kill.
Okay.
If you walk up to them and hold the melee button from behind, you will perform an assassination.
So
like that.
So is it still instant kill without the animation? Or is it just something that'll knock down your shields and
If you tap it and
Yeah.
melee them from behind, it's still an instant kill. But if you
Okay.
hold it and kind of want to hot dog it a little bit, you're still vulnerable when
Yeah.
you're doing this. Like
Yeah.
other people can shoot you.
So it's kind of like a prestige move. It's like,
gotcha.
dude, I owned you so hard that I can afford to be vulnerable for a couple seconds.
Right, because you're committing to this animation, right?
Right.
Right.
So have they kind of done anything? Oh, that was kind of cool.
That was the armor lock. So
Okay.
that's that energy shield.
Okay, and then
That
if
guy's using it too.
Okay, and if you were to hold it down while that thing ticks away at the lower left there, you would then get the EMP blast?
that's what he just did, actually.
What are we looking at here?
This is Invasion, which is basically a 3-stage kind of attack and defend mode.
Okay.
Each map has got kind of a little backstory to it. This one is Boneyard. It's a kind of a human shipyard basically, where they strip down ships and process them and stuff. So the elites are attacking in this map. They want to breach basically 3 levels of defense that are guarding this data core, and then they want to get the data core and take it out.
Okay.
And obviously Spartans are basically just trying to stop them from doing that.
Yeah, don't do that.
But the game actually expands as you advance to each next level. So you start out with only some of the loadouts, no vehicles or anything. Every time you open up another level, more loadouts become available. And then in the 3rd tier, it's just gloves off, no holds barred, all the vehicles are out there. Everybody's got all the loadouts, and it's just like total chaos and like all-out warfare.
So basically one side is trying to complete these objectives,
Right.
and once they do, it moves on to not only a new objective, but kind of new vehicles or
Right.
loadouts and stuff
So
like
yeah,
that.
so this elite, by moving into this terminal zone right there,
Yeah.
is basically unlocking the next area.
Gotcha.
And so they just opened the vault, so they're moving into the 3rd phase now.
So have they done anything to the melee? Because it was pretty strong in the previous Halo games. Has that been addressed?
It's been tweaked so that shield health and health are separate values, and if you melee shields, it only affects the shields.
Okay.
So if they've
So
got
if the guy has full shields.
even if they've got 1% shields left, if you melee them, you only take the shields down.
Gotcha.
So you need another melee to take down the health. It's worth pointing out the reason we were sitting there not spawning is because you basically break your team up into sort of wingman groups, like 2-man kind of fire teams.
Yeah.
And then you can spawn on your buddy if he's not in direct combat.
Oh, that's very cool.
So I don't know if you saw, it said waiting to spawn there. It's because
Yeah.
our teammate was fighting some
Oh,
guys.
so he has to get out of combat.
Yeah, but as soon as he backs off or kills the guys he's fighting or whatever, you can spawn right on him.
So when is this opening up for special users or the lucky few? When can they get their hands on the Reach beta?
May 3rd is kind of the wide date,
Yeah.
and all you need is just a copy of ODST to get into it.
To jump on in?
Yep. And there will be a very limited friends and family beta that goes up a few days before that, but yeah, May 3rd is the kind of the hard date for everybody to get in and start tearing it up.
All right. Well, thanks, guys,
Yeah.
and look forward to teabagging you on May 3rd.
See you then.
See ya.